Hello, everyone. Welcome to the grand finals of IC. Our third semester doing Overwatch now. Feels like it hasn't been that long. Should be a good game. QUB UCD, third time in a row making the finals together. Every series so far has been very good. I think first time they went 6 maps, second time they went 7, so should be in for a good series. Sorry, I forgot to introduce my lovely co-caster, Nat Niv.
It's great to be here. I'm excited to join in on this legacy to share a bit on what we're missing out because unfortunately I've not seen the past of grand finals. I'm hoping we get a banger here. It sounded like it's quite got a good history of those heated bouts and the rivalries between these two teams. That real what's the word? My mind's completely gone shot here. The bragging rights. Oh my goodness, not a great start, but it's fine. I'm getting warmed up and ready for the action coming. There's gonna be a lot of it forward here. We're waiting on this first map here, but yeah, these two teams, long history, as you said, between them. But you can go into it in much more detail than me. Who are you feeling like is going to come on top between these two components?
I mean, on paper, it is UCD with the better roster. You have Not and you have Cynex, two Team Ireland players, both probably best in their role in the country. I see people arguing now, so I have to go into this. It's QUB get first ban.
Is that because QUB has come in as the
They came in from upper finals, yes.
Okay. Have they met the other team before? Has there been a kind of a
They
clash
have not met in playoffs. They met in the regular season where
okay.
it was a UCD win. I think there were circumstances around that where maybe QUB was missing a player, but
yeah, classic uni circuit. It's always someone you want to miss.
But UCD had a weird playoffs run. They went down to our third place team in the upper bracket.
Okay.
Right. I think it went 3-2. It was a 5-map banger.
Wow.
So they've had a rocky road to get here, but made it all the same.
Yeah, you gotta hope. I mean, maybe it's even not hope. You gotta predict that with the quality of these players, that when it does come to the spotlights, when it comes to grand finals, they will shape it up into their final form, get evolved, and ready to show just the high caliber they can play. I mean, obviously, Cynex and Art, both Team Ireland players. We saw them. We cast them together on that Team Ireland internal block, so definitely will be the stars to look out for, and people may be more aware of. But there's also a couple of names on these rosters that I think are definitely worth pointing out. For me, Tin of Carrots, I always see them in my ranked games on the Reaper. Definitely be excited to see if that pick comes into fruition. Almost been less popular in the meta, but when you have someone that's more of that specialist, I'm going to see the impact they can bring on shaping the game. But who stands out for you for these two rosters?
For me, it's if Ethan can keep up with Nut. Ethan's been a star player for QUB the entire year, so if he can keep up, it looks very good. I think we are going into this map now, going to Lijiang Tower, and production remind me of our bands. Okay. Emre Zarban. Zarban from Queens will just be to try to limit Cynex on the Vendetta, if I had to guess. Emre ban in response feels a bit weird from UCD. We haven't seen Jamie opting to play too much of it so far, mainly sticking on that Sojourn. So we'll see if it plays out for them.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what that entails. I mean, I almost would expect, right, the Emre ban to come out if you have, like, your Reaper in, right? Just how strong Emre is at range and how kind of potent those grenades on that overall pick potential, and the Reaper kind of can struggle into that. But yeah, will be the Sojourn, kind of the old reliable, back into play here. I do see a Doomfist on my screen. Is that bait, or am I going to get treated to? Oh, I see a high Doomfist level. Oh my goodness.
This is maybe one of XX Anti's two characters.
Okay.
With that Zarban, it does kind of force him onto it. I think we've maybe seen him play the Domina a bit, but not to great effect, so this is the expected outcome.
This will be a tricky matchup though, as Ozzy rolling out on the Orisa. And a lot of CC to try and disrupt this frontline fighter for the side of QUB, but I think it's already power punch built up there. Cynex though already getting forced out so much, has to play this so careful. gets taken out there. Bumblebee, I mean, the power, the punch through of this gun is so strong, but that consistent pressure, hunting down and bleeding dry QUB on this first engage. Even though it has found the trade, I'm not sure it'll be enough to find anything apart from the point cap going in the side of QUB.
Yeah, just an overrated commitment from Cynex, almost playing like he still had that Zara on his team, that bubble and survive. Great chase down from QUB to secure the kill, and after that, you're Vendetta dead, you can't really do much.
Yeah, this next fight, another pure neutral, I won't be the closest one to an ult, but again, how do you get onto these squishy targets when that horse is guarding the front line, the Bastion, to wail away any kind of a storm that the team is going to put up there. Again, trying to get involved, already shut down. That said, that Orisa spent so much on to keep Delos up, has fallen down herself there. Aussie down, opens up the floor now for Ekix, Anti, and CNX to try and open up these kills, and that will open up the point on top of that as well. Headshot on Teeth and will claim back the point for UCD's favour.
An odd fight from QUB, they all choose to back 4 main, leave, well, back 3 main, leave Bumble, leave Aussie anchoring the point and being on the side fight. But just without those angles that you can come round, it sort of leaves the entirety of UCD free to walk. They can do whatever they want and Aussie just falls for it.
Has this Kitsune rush, kind of posturing up to go aggressively here. You can not be able to match it if they decide to let it rip now, but they will just back away, try and bait them into some better space before Joe on the backside. The point won't be though, goes solo, no recall available, only forced out there, marked out by someone, and Joe snatches up that advantage. Now without any flank on the side, it's all trying to keep going main, and he'll snatch up upgrade Lucio, and that'll be a full-scale retreat here for the side of QUB.
Doing that without ultimates as well. It's so good for UCD. You know, they're still ahead on that beat. They're about equal in the OC, but that Kitsune rush with the beat they can layer on top, it should be enough to guarantee any fight win here. QUB, they need to go quick to make sure they have enough.
There's the first rush out from Ethan. No response from Nut just yet, so who's going to be the one to step onto the point? Oh my goodness, Aussie just obliterates Nut. That Kitsune rush will stay in his back pocket for now, and that should be the fight all but secured here. Unless someone has something to say about Extensity, trying to find something, but his block is out. It's all out of CD. Aussie's found another kill off, and that's going crazy right now, looking for a third. Extensity invested Dumo just to live there. I'm not sure that's a worth investment, but they have claimed 80% on the board before the point gets up. Actually, Cypher's still holding it down. Can reinforcements come in time before he goes down? Sure, goes to their team. Orisa, oh, has to be invested. They feel like the beat's coming out. They still think it's winnable. All the forces are back. In fact, it's found one. Extens found a second one. That Dumo, I questioned it, but the answer has been found, and it somehow was snatching that win from the jaws of defeat away from UCD. So the beat's back, but no touch. Oh my, what? How did they even do that?
I'm lost for words. Cynex just lives forever on point. Beautiful stall from him. It's the only reason there's any sort of contester is he lives for about 20 seconds. It's insane. He was there from 75 to 95%.
Yeah, Aussie just finds 2 kills. That was a 5v3 clutch there. I mean, yeah, they had ults to work with, but still, very impressive stuff there from the side of UCD to claim that one. And a really good showing at the start, though.
What you're really looking for here from this QUB team is they play their best Overwatch when they play it scrappy. I feel like they're trying to play it too safe right now. They're trying to play a proper team play, maybe. Don't. Play to your strength. Play that scrappy style and just try to trade out.
Yeah, I mean, when it gets into the chaos, so the Doomfist can really thrive, but these side fights, yet again, you expect Bumblebee to be the one with a lot more uptime from the side. So already getting marked out on this side, but everyone coalescing around this left side here is right now, Aussie has been left alone, but has the goal to keep himself up. The entire team is so critical, but so far has found the first to dip onto the enemy Lucio for the start, but cooldowns are running low. The point still gets taken by either side, and the trades come through from Joel.
And they trade onto Bumblebee. It's gonna be brutal now. The QUB, they're gonna have to survive as 5v4 on this point. They do get the flip, crucially. But how long can they hold on for without their Tracer? Oh, it's a beautiful pick from Jimmy to let them stay.
Yeah, now this is their domain on the points where they're compromised, but Aussie, he can't hold it down from anymore. He's been whittled down over and over again, unable to find any kind of a stable here. It's going to be some kind of a boot kill or some individual pop-up to turn this fight back in their favor, but QUB, they just can't find that answer just yet. A nice couple of kills though, and a couple late touches will get this point to maybe 25%, but unfortunately, Bumblebee can't get that last second touch.
you almost have to wonder if we should see a swap from Ozzy here. Should he go on to that D.Va? Even the ball, which he's pulled out before, maybe not so much the ball, but the D.Va feels like it'd be good here. Really pressure out the Readers for life, who probably is one of the weaker players on this team, is going to make the most mistakes. Probably shouldn't be saying that, but they can maybe find a way to run him down. This Orisa, it feels like you're playing to just sit and let your team carry, which is not what he should be doing. Early trades.
There's a couple of kills. I mean, slowing down. Basically, I mean, the main follow-up for Excellente Doomfist has been cut short. Lock is out, but punch just has been given there. The flip though has gone through. Wholesome out from B, trying to kill the kill, but Excellente will dance away. Joel though finds the kill, punishing B, trying to get greedy on that. Resident Soldier better finds two somehow. No ability cooldowns in time. And that's maybe going to be enough. Ozzy, he's found a lot of multi-kills in this fight, and this will be another example of how he closes this one out. But I think 4, maybe even a 5, they get a couple of follow-up kills there. Doomfist is still staying, and actually they will get that kill, investing to continue to rush that fight as well.
Well, as I say, he should maybe think of swapping. He does it all. Kills everyone that fight. That ult, just perfect timing on it. He gets out that Suzu, he rips it, and the entirety of UCD just falls apart. And not invested that Kitsune rush as well in the 3v5.
Yeah, oh, Joel managing to open things up with the overclock here. Now searching for some more heads to click on, but the rest of the team has scattered away. That doesn't mean Ozzy is now facing the full assault of this run. And Cleanse is out with a beat now. All the resources in the world for UCD to work with, and Ozzy cannot weather that storm for more than a second there. Still, maybe a couple of trades can come through to keep this point going into the top 90s, but that will be the investment of the beat and the OC, and the OC in response from QUB.
Yeah, still matched up in these support ultimates is the most important thing here. You know, or not matched up in the Kitsu, slightly behind, but winning on beat 100% now. This is QB's beat fight, it's the fight they need to win. They are behind on the tank ultimate, and there is a Vendetta ultimate to maybe cleave through that beat, but it is going to be their best odds for the rest of this game.
How can UCD get to the point though? This while having the diamonds don't get to the point, the beat will actually be best to try and get them on there, but the blocking is too good for the Doomfist. And Bumpy though, taking out nut, that's a crucial pick. That's the beat has run dry, but B has not. He's thirsty for blood in this fight. And the point has come back through here. Doomfist, oh, was so effective last in the clutch, but can they do it again? Joel is looking to start it up, finding one. Just like on the second, so can they do it again? Can they keep it alive? The boot will shut down one, but Joel is still up and roaring. Trades are coming through both of the odds. He is on the point. The handles are all needed, but I'm not sure if the teammates to keep himself up there. His health is staying low and low. Ult will try and regen that with that hurt. Ozzy still trying his best to fight on. Longby has the Kiriko so long it's like nuts will go down, but this Doomfist, the Pulse Jacks as well. Somehow they've done it again. Ethan will have to watch in terror as the clutch factor for UCD strikes again.
Oh, you hate to see it. Such a beautiful start to that fight. But people just feed these kills to Joel. Joel, the hero for this UCD team so far. You thought you'd be saying about Cynex, but my god, he's always finding these headshots and was always coming up in the clutch as well. What can he not do? They need to find a way to shut him down.
Yeah, he's Orisa. Can't really get to the social route. He has to mind their way from the point, but that's what they'll be walking into like the Kitsu rush and a much further ahead there. Cynex already getting pressured out. The Kitsu is on the point now for Ethan Nutt. Has the later one to go with. They have to deal with Lucio. This to get beat, it will be all but over for the side of QUB. Ozzy desperately searching out Animat kills. Everyone's skirting away, 2% away from the beat. It will get off, but before that's even happened, everyone has fallen to the Doomfist. It's a final nail in the coffin is the beat droppers. That QUB's last standing member, Bumblebee, has to just watch. Because once again, they turn it around. UCD are absolute thieves this point.
Clutch after clutch after clutch. You think it's going the way of QUB, but they just cannot find a way to close these fights in any sort of clean way. Always trades, and sometimes, and a lot of times on the losing end of them. It just cannot be happening. You know, I thought I said it. I thought it'd be good if my words aren't working right now. I thought it'd be good if it was scrappy, but apparently not. This UCD team, they just win in those scrappy fights as well.
Yeah. you just need that someone to call that stabilization, and it's easier said than done, especially with a Doomfist flying around and just the overall much higher tempo, that consistency that UCD can pump out, where they have their cooldowns just back quicker compared to what QUB are playing with that Orisa, that mobility as well. I would have loved to have seen the Diva. It feels difficult to say that when Aussie was just doing so much on the Orisa, but it's so difficult to shut down the hit scan on the Orisa, and Joel was absolutely taking full advantage of that open space they were given.
I'm sensing we might get a wee complaint here from the teams. Teams always forgetting that it is map roster then ban. Jesus lads, it's not that hard. But honestly, this UCD team, I don't see them swapping.
Hmm.
QB, they just need to tighten up their play a bit, you know. If they can slow it down, probably a lot of the time, you know, half the time he'd get 4-star and half the time he'd kill 3. Just wait for the half the time he kills 3, honestly. He will win you a fight eventually. Slow it down, poke him out, let Jimmy build those reels and try hit his shots. There's no need to rush into this comp, and I felt like they're maybe just going a bit too quick.
For sure. I mean, again, it's like the Tracer versus, you know, the Vendetta, are the too many Ven names in this roster, but the impact the Silence can have on the individual dive is greater than B's, but that downtime is much more punishable. Downtime is much more prevalent compared to the Tracer that can keep going and going, whittling away. And you need your Orisa and your team to play it slower, to slow things down, to give you the space to breathe and work with. Because if you do run headfirst into those initial engages from the Doom and the Vendetta without clearing angles, without shutting down the hit scan, you are going to fall over every time, no matter how many heals your backline is pumping out into you.
Yeah, we'll see what QB decide to do here in response. I don't know if we have any graphics for this. We'll just say it now. We're going to Gib.
Interesting.
It's a map that QB have talked about wanting to pick a lot into this team. You know, they think Aussie on the Monkey or on the Diva, it's going to be enough to win, especially when you have Anti on the side who can only really play that Doomfist. You feel a lot more comfortable. And Monkey Band does come in for UCD.
Yeah.
So we expect to see probably some sort of Diva Doom there.
Yeah, an interesting matchup. I mean, like, just looking meta-wise, you would favor the Diva into kind of a lot of tank matchups at the moment. The Doomfist, especially on this map, is pretty unconventional, of course. Pros and cons. People might be less kind of set on how you deal with those kind of dives and engages. But yeah, Diva really gonna be a powerhouse, I think, at dealing with this composition. I believe the Ven has also been the Vendetta has also been banned from the side of QUB, a hero that is, you know, particularly very good into the Diva particularly, so should give Aussie even more kind of carry potential. I imagine will probably be just a tracer mirror between those two flex DPS. So maybe, do you think B can have the head-to-head in that matchup, because they've been playing it maybe more so, kind of more the comfort than Cynex, or do you think it'll still be more of a coin toss?
This is QB's map to win, you know.
Okay.
I've talked a lot about these lads, what they're going to be playing, what maps they're picking, and this is always said is this is their map. You know, so you keep Bumblebee in, you're very confident in the Tracer Mare against Cynex. I think they think he's better. I can't say I'm convinced of the same thing the whole way, but if that's your belief and you play through it, you just let him force out the card, and they do what they're good at here, which is these high ground maps. It's what they're best at compared to the flat ones. It should work out well.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're looking for that Tracer tank matchup, and yeah, that's your kind of your focus point for how you think you can win, because you also got to think about how you win the game, but also how you win in the head-to-head matchup. It's important that you do have that belief in your teammates, that you're hyping each other up, that you're excited to kind of go into the match. And even though you're facing some, you know, some top-level opponents here, you have to keep your head in the game as we go into Gibraltar here. But this map has been changed kind of so much, but also so little. It still is like a very strong dive map. I think it's a little bit more manageable for those less mobile heroes. But yeah, the Doom versus the Diva being covered here. What do you think is going to be some of the key kind of, I guess, pressure points between these two matchups?
I mean, you're really just trying to, for the side of QB, you're marking out the card and you're just making it hard for Anti to get control of the high ground. Obviously not. You need to be careful of those nade timings coming in from him, because those are UCD's big spikes. Without those nade timings hitting, there's no real kill potential onto the side of QB. You know, this Emre can live through pretty much anything. So can this Tracer. It feels like it's very much on the back of not to hit these, and well, we know he's good for it.
Yeah, these long sight lines just give Arla ample time to farm nanos and go for those big nades. And obviously, a lot of tools to deny them, but if they do hit, it is going to be very, very potent. I think a pause is being called for at the time being. Maybe someone has a AFK or something going on. It's classic kind of uni shenanigans going on, but yeah, we'll have to see what's going on there. But yeah, interesting stuff across the board there. Probably gonna be a lot of it's gonna come down, you know, Overwatch in general, especially on this map, into the ult economy, right? Like if the nano fights are winning, that's gonna be a main kind of win con for not on the Yana, because like you said, even if those nades hit, the Suzu's gonna be there, the ults are gonna, or the defense mage is gonna be there. It is gonna be very difficult to actually get any kind of breakthrough into this matchup.
Back into this map now. So early card pressure from the side of UCD, a couple slams up from Anti, sort of thing you expect to see. One will be just marking out the card. Pretty much exactly what you want to be seeing in this matchup from both teams. Just playing it slow, not overcommitting to anything at the moment.
They have to be careful though if the core does make their ascent onto this high ground here. Nice boot to deny all of that progress, essentially. Back down they go. You want to keep your distance, allow Jammy to get this, these big grenades and these long-range pokes with the Emre burst to the cast. Because if the brawl actually happens, this brig cast can really, really punish your front line if you let them get to their natural habitat. They're all just kind of stuck, jammed up on that right side high ground there. Doom though, ooh, upgrade Lucio is so deep that the cleanse is good to get them. Actually, the boot kill as well. Nice play there to set that one up and to keep your Lucio in the fight. That should now open up the rest of the team to be cut apart without any real sustain. Or
I mean, we thought it was a classic upgrade Lucio fade, but no, binds that kill, finds the most important group he can, and not now onto the Kiri, not feeling like he can really sustain these hits from QUB.
Yeah, won't be maybe expecting the whole of UCD to round together, rally on to the point. So now, no one else ready to mark Anti. The dive will be a little bit flat there compared to that. And Ethan actually finds it comes to Cena or Sinex. Oh my goodness, one time. Actually, Ethan just keeps collecting name as I fumble mine. And she finds to fully turn this fight. Almost, that's said, still a couple of trades coming through, but spawn advantages will favour QB for at least a moment here. It's actually, they're trying to become more of these staggers. TP out for Nut. And we do not really have the cooldown to keep going for it, but he will for a second. That's already so much time burned off the bank from the side of UCD.
Yeah, it's well played for QB so far, just dominating this high ground position, and Ethan just going to get to him, but he's always good for the kills. Good fit from Sinex with the balls as we get into the fight.
Yeah, and honestly though, pretty equal trades. Kitsu for rallies, probably going to favour Kitsu majority of times, so it will be an escape attempt here from the UCD. Anti has run back in just a second here, looking for his target. Producer has to be careful, that punch could be the end of his life, and they need this upcoming ult. The ultimate Kitsu is not even, cannot match it. Leader finds the better of Sinex on the low ground, I believe, but Aussie will be forced to bomb. Can they take out this deal? This is going to be absolutely crucial. If they can, the punch just goes wide. It was almost there. Shivers down your spine if you're Aussie, but Spider Sense will keep up time being. Rush out for Nut on this high ground. Duma on top. 50 seconds left. The beat out from Kane Lucio. They have to find value from this. It's all about the aggression here, but Heroes for Life will be stranded now on that right side, but that beat does not really find the value you want to. Now it's all going to be about this Emre. Oh, it's already being let rip. Can they escape this? B will not let that happen though. Joel is taken out. They need to find some more kills though. There's still both seconds left on the clock, and a regroup here for UCD could be disastrous, but they will do just that. Going to be going down to his rushes versus the rally again. Never mind, the break stayed over way past her welcome.
bad ult after bad ult from both teams, but QUB to come out on the top of it from some heroics. Just Ethan and Bumblebee finding their picks time and time again. The heroes for this team so far, and now no ults on the table going into this final fight other than these pulse bombs. Ethan closer to that rush if it goes long.
Oh, obviously now hunkering down on this point, trying to get any kind of point pressure going. I mean, the battle of the pulse bomb so far. Sonic has his sight sets on this back. I mean, it's an all the way far back. Aussie has to be careful now that kind of the backbone of his sustain has been cut away from for a second, but the touches to come through. Someone is on the point. Aussie is oh so low, and Jolt's on the headshot onto B. That clutch pulse bomb too far away, as is the Kitsu rush, and UCD with just a nick of time able to get across the line.
QB just look lost in their position at the end of that. They're just a bit everywhere. Your Emery being the one forced to take the touch as well. Just a complete fumble in their setup. And now these ultimates, they're looking to favor UCD by quite a bit. Obviously Ethan has that rush first, but Nut will build his very quick, and with the Valiant that they can layer on top of it if needed, it's going to be hard for QB to hold on here for very long.
Rally out on top of the spaceship will catch onto Timothy there before they can get away. The pulse is out, but no kills confirmed. Jolt is oh so low, but actually it's Anti across the map able to take out B, and this car has not slowed its roll for the side of UCD. They will invest one ult, but can they even get a retouch going through? There's going to be a Doomfist stuffing the top left. Kitsu has to come out, but they have to be so careful of this rail. And there's punch on the corner. There's the one. The cleanse is good to deny the punch for now. What can soften the blows of this overclock on the high ground? Aussie trying their best defense matrix to actually take out Synex on the bottom as well. This is what they need, but the bomb has been forced. Can they get a remake off? He's so low, needs the cleanse so desperately. It will come out in time. Just barely right there when you need it. Do not invest it once again. Will the clutch gene kick in for UCD is the question on everyone's mind. He is so low, the beat will surely secure this win, but they need to get the kills. The beat is already running out of value, and UCD have been able to sustain that in their mind. And he will kind of get caught in the chaos of it and have to be left to the wayside.
Down to a minute on this clock, and with the override protocol advantage, you have to imagine it's QUB's fight to win here. Synexel with that pulse, we know how good he is. See if he can find something. It's gonna need to be from him to be the hero in this moment.
30 seconds left. He still doesn't get this touch as well, which is difficult with all these different flankers marking him out. Joel is solo. I think that's cleanse forced out, but the recall has been invested. Jammy trying to look for something here, but only really can see that break. Can they confirm the kill? Sue's invest as well, but someone's solo. It's Joel and Doritos for life, all absolutely on a sliver of HP. People go from Nut. Cleanse invested. 15 seconds on the clock. Where is Synex? He has made his way to the backside of the map, but he might have to play for a C9 here as the only real miracle to get it through, and hunting for him as well. They will hopefully allow him to walk up, but he's so low. That won't trigger overtime. It was too early. Someone has to get the touch here from the side of UCD. I believe it's the Doomfist on the point. They're having to both support of their Rally. Will keep its life alive. Time being for Anti. He needs so much care here. They're coming up on the rush, not just a lick ahead of Ethan, but they need it so bad. They did it yesterday, for goodness sake. Everyone's still so low. Ethan, Nut, both gun needs their hits rush on the point, but somehow you see have managed to gain back all their force back on the point, and they're weakening them and tearing everyone down. The UCD 1 point at a time. The remake comes through. It doesn't even matter because an Aussie gets back into his mech and wipes the front view clear. It's just a seam of blood that's left, and somehow once again UCD, every single time there's an 0-1 situation, every single time it needs to be done, they get it done.
Oh, it felt so good for them as well. They get the staggers. Anti so low that entire fight. The care onto him was ridiculous. And now UCD again, ultimate advantage pushing through here. Now, should be one of the weaker points for this Doomfist, being more flat. But still, these ultimates, it should be enough to push them through. But an early pick from Jimmy will slow them down for now.
First damage of the wrong way. Open it up, but warning of PTSD here as Anti goes for another Dumo every time. It's been good for it. Looking for the power punch, no connection just here, but we can peck another one pretty much instantly, and we'll just want to find a bit more. He's gone to the backline. This cut has been slowed 40 seconds. This could turn into a final fight. It goes on the pulse. Cynex onto a key member. Now Aussie has so much ability to get around and so much ability to escape the sight of Joel with the OC. We'll find one trade there, but Joel is all the way in the back, finds a second one, but Aussie finds a second trade as well. Spawn favors do help out Aussie and friends here, but 20 seconds still. It's going to be an overtime fight. Can QUB finally stop this curse or gift or dark magic usually been pumping out every single time? They have the beat around the corner. Double spot for again, but a double kill for Anti. Those double spots don't mean anything if you can't let them loose, and Aussie doesn't have the bomb. He himself up the rally as well to stun him out. Everyone's dead, but there's one kill. He's so much more. The B's already found with the pulse bomb. They need these support ults, but they're still so far away, so close, but so far away. Jamie, 1% open his Ember ult, unleashed now into the face of this not open, but Anti is still on a tear. That beat won't ever get let free, and Ethan can't use his future rush either. Everyone's falling apart every time it gets to that yellow damn overtime bar. There's a secret stat bar. Someone check the code, because UCD, they cannot ever seem to lose this point. Still, Aussie trying his best to keep it alive. The beat might come back. It's going to be onto who here? Dumo, another one built in the meantime as Aussie does go down. B is only onto 2. Ethan unleashing that Kitsune rush. It's a lot of brute force here, but can they pull themselves together? The spawns are right there, but they're going to be using them so much. Anti's still on a tap. He does go down. That's a crucial pick. Can they turn it around? They will. One more kill for Duties for life. Everyone's still slow, but Joel, he's doing his best. Aussie, though, the powerhouse of Titan, trying to keep his team alive. He's found one. It's only 2 members left. Not has found another. It's a 1v1. Kiriko versus the Diva. Never mind. The rally, the Brig is still there. This fight is still going on. Overtime trickling down every second left. There's pseudo tank of Brig trying to hold down the point. Aussie's solo with these spawns. They're so good for side of QUB. Finally, their curse seems to be broken, but Anti, he's still doing so much. Has the pound back to be monstrous. Don't get onto one of the Tracer, but that will confirm the kill. And finally, no, it's still going. There's still touch coming through, but finally, this time, for real, guys, it's okay. We can breathe.
We can let you catch your breath now. Oh my god, what a final fight. It just feels like time and time again, this UCD team, heroic. You know, the way they got into that, it looked so good for QB, and then Andy just hits a punch on 2 on the back line. It's ridiculous what these players are individually capable.
Yeah.
And then just scrappy, and the close spawn for QB, it ends up being an... But you cannot be happy with how that went, even still. Too close. Yeah. This is your map, and you keep letting them find these hero players. And honestly, I'm gonna shit talk him because he's in the next room. He's in the room beside me. Upgrade Lucio is playing one of the worst series I've ever seen him play. It feels like he is dead first, constantly, just over peaking.
Yeah, it did get caught out a few crucial moments there. That beat was a little bit sooner a couple of those fights, you know, but still, this is their map. There has to be a reason they brought themselves here, but I don't think that reason is going to be playing D.Va into Zarya, at least for the fun aspect, as, you know, Zarya on this map, I mean, the map has received a couple of changes, more friendly to brawl tanks, but the point should be a lot more inaccessible, or it's unstoppable for the side of UCD here, but any kind of assails on the high ground will be a lot more difficult to match here, so Aussie and Co have to be a lot more clever with how they deal with this matchup, because looking into this as Aussie, it's not the fucking roster you want to see come out.
Well, this is sort of what QB were probably expecting coming to give, to be honest, you know? They think they can beat Anti in the Doom and force him off, and it's what's ended up happening here. But just sit Bumblebee and Cart, force out this Tracer, and just keep getting progress. And then when people drop, they'll take the hike. It's something they love to do here. Very, very simple game plan, but it's worked against every other team so far. Let's see if they can make it work again.
Yeah,
high control already.
I mean, you kind of have to give up the high ground here, but now it's a lot more difficult to drop into this Zarya. Right now, they're on the point. You have to be on aggressing into that territory. And can you really manage that with all the defensive options they have to disrupt and destroy your Zarya? You have to really be praying for your angles to be perfect, your timing to be impeccable here. As right now, again, the fight is just slowed down. The point has moved a fair distance here. B has to be in the downtime right now as the rest of the team looks to try and get any kind of angles into this server area. Can they find something with a grenade or any kind of thing? Because Aussie right now is still solo. That said, building up to ults here, they are a little bit ahead on this rush, and they're still ever so slowly pushing, nudging this point forward. Anti is pretty damn low, but is getting topped up there. Actually kind of putting away from his team. Needs a lot more care in a second here, and actually will cut down there. A bit of a misposition there from Anti will get rightfully so punished upon, and that should be the fight all but done and dusted here. That said, not just find one, but unfortunately that will be all she wrote for UCD's attempted clutch.
I feel like QB, as much as that is a hard place for them to push into, they still misplayed that. We saw Jimmy taking some really weird angles where he walked down to play the mini, instead of just playing his high ground where he can lob his nades in, play, like, spam them out. He decides to go in weird blanks where he's not really finding any value because he's just whacking the server and he can't shoot them. So a misposition costing QB a lot of time, but still a good fight win nonetheless, spending the waltz for.
Yeah, that said, the point is like already halfway to this next one. Bomb has been forced by Aussie there, but okay, everyone just in. Oh, I thought it was going to be a crush kill, but no, the rally we invested to shut that one down. A lot of ults invested though. I say a lot of that's a 1-for-1 trade, a bomb for a rally there. Now, you have to look at the side of QB. Surely this is the ult bank to get you across to this into this third point.
Yeah, but we know how deadly grab can be. A good grab from Anthony can turn any fight at this point, even with double support ults invested. See how QB decide to approach this. They don't go for the cart early. Try to force a drop.
Oh, it's so difficult. You're just constantly getting microwaved down by this Zarya on top. Nut is pretty low as Jamie has taken the fight right to him on that spaceship. Gets to rush out from Ethan as they've kind of flipped the map away from them. Now the rush out for Joel is not able to use it. Still though, man advantage for the side of QB, but it's slipping away. Aussie though will keep it in their favor with that trade onto Nut. So now who can touch the point? The grab's still in the back pocket for the Zarya. Sinex hit a very crazy touch last time before, but Jam's going to invest the Emery. Oh, it's all or nothing right now for QB. They really want to kill this fight, but Aussie's gone down. Doesn't have the enough support to keep himself up, and this Embryo is now just a third-person POV of watching your team fall apart. At least you get the Ocean response.
Oh, a massive misplay. Aussie demec'd, and that happens. But Bumblebee! Those two.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, with Aussie not here yet, it's hard to say how much can be done. Going on this break as well. We talk about the clutch factor of UCD, maybe we need to talk about the clutch factor of Bumblebee. Someone on his team help him.
The grab. Oh, it's so low. No, how does the hard of Gusa goes down again? The Zarya is now full beam, letting them rip the grab. I'm not sure when that came out, but I'm pretty sure it had a massive impact as suddenly Bumblebee's efforts go to waste a 3k. Basically solo is not enough to get them across the line.
Oh, ridiculous. A fight you're meant to win. Now granted, Aussie not in the fight yet was hard close spawns for UCD, but still, now you're behind on support ultimates. There's the rally first. You're slightly ahead on rush, but will it matter if they can take a good rally fight here? One will be coming up in that pulse Steve bomb as well. Will let Aussie stay in the fight for a time, but it's looking tough for QB.
See this emotional support break. Everyone's huddling around, ready to brawl hard and fast with this rally. Secondary tank, but Aussie and Bombi are trying to just force them down, force their way onto the point, but they're not budging. They know that dropping into them is all heck is about to break loose, and now the fight is going inside that spaceship. There's the rally, let rip, but can they find the kills off it? Someone's dropped there from the side of UC onto the point, and Aussie's been able to kill. I think that was Joel that was separated from the pack there, and has absolutely been hunted down. Bomb out from Aussie, needs this remake once again, as Ethan does take out the side of Doritos for life, not going down as well. Finally, with a slightly better time back. Actually, no, wait, never mind, it's almost overtime as well for the side of QUB. They will, though, get onto this third point.
Aussie needs to make the read right now to swap Zar.
Yeah.
He is the better Zarya player, and it'll make his life so much easier coming into this. But he is going to stick on the Diva.
I mean, yeah, you have to be so in and out with these guys, and you can blow up the Zarya when you DM them after a bubble, but you have the coordination to get it down. Never mind just coordination with solo players there. Sinex going down to timid blow on this Lucio. We're going to open things up, and that means no one's really punished these side engagements. And I mean, while the offense might have been a defense might have been a bit rough for Upgrade Lucio, absolutely locked in for the defense. We'll go down, but able to take out two members in the third with the help of Bumblebee.
He's afraid.
What? Oh no.
The clutch factor. You love to see it, but you hate to see it.
How does it keep happening? They can't keep getting away with this, and they still have a grab to work with. I mean, maybe
Also,
Aussie's gonna get
Did Upgrade lose to Ajax?
Oh, that explains a lot, actually. Oh no, I don't think how it slipped away, but expecting a beat and not getting one might be a pretty bad omen for the fight. So it's going to be on Jamie and Aussie to try and get something on this high ground B. Trying to do something, but this backline is not friendly to play a Diva or a Tracer into, and Joel still has the high ground, still has the OC to work with, and these ults still seem so far away from the side of QUB rather. To be able to match them. Aussie though, getting onto this high ground, the grab is out, there's no defense matrix to deny these damage coming in, but they will find a really big trade and not going down for Lucio, but Joel finds the clean execution onto that attempted way to seal the deal. The Emery ult goes to practically to waste him as a headshot onto Aussie as well, and there's only 30 seconds left on the clock now.
Oh, it's an impossible task. Rush for Ethan is closer, but they'll have the rally being through it, and this close hold. Can QUB make the read? Have they started it out? They have. The rally comes out early. Aussie, he's just gonna get demeked.
B has to touch, but I think that's just how recall get forced as well. So can there even be a touch that comes through? Everyone's so low, but Aussie does have the bomb, throwing it out. Someone is on the point. It is B, but they are practically alone here. They need ult so desperately. Pulse needs to go absolutely. He jumps up. Will finds one, but he will give us life for it now. There's still a full charge Zarya with a bubble, with almost Casino Rush on the corner as well for them to work with Ethan.
And a desperate Ryan swap.
This actually might be the play. They need someone to just hold down this point. The Rectangle Man is pretty good at that. The Brig is solo, but not now. We'll have a free Casino Rush in just a second. That said, Reinhardt is able to, at least in the meantime, aura away. And might not just aura away, design aura away the Brig as well. That's a crucial pick, but this full charge Zarya. I mean, that's basically all we need to say. A full charge Zarya in the backline. You need to say the outcome because it's practically known, and UCD steal away QUB's map pick.
Again, it just always comes down to these hero plays. Time and time again, UCD, their players are just finding just individual moments of brilliance. This is the end of the attack. Somehow UCD don't cap off of this one. It's just insane what these players are capable of doing individually. QUB, they need to step up.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel frustrating to... It's a real mental test to time and time again get it into the overtime fight, get that one last fight that you need, and yes, you just deny the full cap, which is something, but time and time again you feel like you should be able to deny that cap, and it just slips through your fingers. And Ajax, an over aggression, an unfortunate ult, or just a hero play, like we said, coming out from the side of UCD, those big punches and shots coming in from Joel. Yeah, QUB now on the back foot have to find something, some stable ground to steady upon and look to try and get anything going.
You know what map they end up deciding to go to? I don't even know where you go if you're QUB. What options are left open? They like to play a Suravasa, but that doesn't even feel like it's much better for you. They'll just come out in Zarvan.
Yeah. I mean, before this, we were talking about how we were expecting that Zara matchup. And I mean, Zarya Reaper, it's okay. It's all right. But compared to the dominance that Zarya Ven, they are kind of the much more new shiny toy that everyone has been a lot more practiced on, a lot more effective on. So I do wonder, I mean, maybe you go to a Flashpoint and you try and play some kind of a Winston comp, like Winston historically pretty okay into the Zarya kind of compositions, and you know, Zarya Tracer giving you Winston Tracer giving you a time to kind of Batman Robin power up and shine, but still, yeah, you are in a bit of a slump, a bit of a place needs to crawl out from bit by bit for the side of QUB.
My read right now is Havana. A map where Ozzy can go play Sigma, one of his better characters, one of his best characters, and just let Jamie play the Soj, sit in those 4 goals where it's Vendetta to really find value. I know UCD have played both Vendetta and Emre. Cynex has played both Vendetta and Emre on the Havana. So
Yeah.
if he's on the Emre, you're maybe not as scared. If he's on the Vendetta, you're maybe not that scared either because you can play the farms.
Yeah, it just, again, it's like, I think into the SIG with the Ven ban gone, especially, like, this team can kind of get bullied by that front line. They just get a bubbled Vendetta on you. Your Rock can't do anything. You can't really do anything but kind of pebble them away. And yes, if you space correctly, but it is difficult to do and not give the entire point for free. So will be interesting for what they end up bringing out here. A lot of different options.
They really are taking their time thinking about this one.
Yeah.
This is a classic ICS. We've spent probably 20 minutes sitting waiting on maps and bans before between games. So honestly, I wouldn't mind running to the bathroom quickly. So send it off to a quick break. I'll be back with you in just 2 minutes.
Feels like I'm caught up in a trance. Can't come down all night. The city never stood a chance. With you by my side, it's all ours. So don't second guess. Let down your guard. Just take a chance. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night? Stay in this dream on repeat. Can we turn back the night? Stay in this dream on repeat. Can we turn back the night? Same old places come alive. Wherever we are, feels like I'm seeing with new eyes. Even in the dark, let's go get lost. Just take my hand, ignore the cost. Forget the plan. I feel the hours ticking down. Wish I could turn it all around, but in my mind we're frozen perfectly in time. Can we turn back the night? Stay in this dream on repeat. Can we turn back the night? Stay in this dream on repeat. Can we turn back the night?
Am I crazy if I say that I always feel safe with you? Is it stupid I'm implying that I could be your safe place too? Oh, I'm trying to play it cool, and I tell you that I'm fine, but you make me feel insane, and you're always on my mind. Ain't it funny when I'm trying to guess the color of your eyes that it turned into a slave?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, ICS Grand Finals, we've been through all this already. Best of 7, 2 maps up to UCD. Coming from our break, they won Lijiang Tower and Gibraltar. So, dominant lead for them at the moment, especially with how they've looked. You know, 2 maps that, I'd be lying if I said they weren't close. But it still never felt like QUB were in a position to really win them.
Yeah, I mean, like we said at the start of the stream, these players do have their flashes of brilliance. They do have their, moments where they are able to really embrace the chaos and have their own pop-offs. But it's felt like every time that it's really come down to it as a team, the clutch moments have just gone every time. The coin flip always landed on UCD time and time again. And QB, they just cannot keep leaving these fights up the chance. Need to find a way to, again, to try and stable and try and swap things up. But I believe as we head into Artless in a second, there will be some pretty major switch ups that will show how they want to change the way they face this pretty formidable UCD opponent.
Yeah, Kenneth Cards in this lobby now. No,
Yeah.
we said he's maybe a Reaper one trick, but that's not fully true. The real ones know he's been practicing a Vendetta on the side.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be the angle QB decide to go. I would be shocked, but it is something they can decide to do. But I think the weird part for me in this is it feels bad to take out Bumblebee after he was such a consistent force in these last 2 games.
Yeah, Bumblebee really has been effective on this Tracer, but maybe you just really feel like you want to hit Sky. I think this does suggest that you are going to play the Vendetta maybe, because I think you're probably okay with having just a Reaper in. like for your main source of damage, but no, actually will the Reaper. Okay, so all about this frontline pressure, all about blowing up whoever the Reaper can TP on top of here. Cynex sticking on the Vendetta. This looks like a really comfortable comp for UCD, unfortunately, as well. Anti-Odi, a lot of energy going in. Cynex needs to get a good up pocket drop out. Will get away for time being, and this Reaper into the Vendetta. Kind of that, again, that new shiny toy has so much impact, but still, that frontline damage, that burst damage potential coming in. Hinder out, needs a lot of pocket, but actually, the distraction in the back has allowed for the own aggression to be flipped back on, and Cynex, the spearhead of this Zarya comp, has been taken out.
Yeah, and just an easy flip from there for QUB. It really feels like UCD, whenever Cynex is dead, they don't even want to try flip a fight a lot of the time. You know, even the hero moments where they do find flips, he's there for them. So maybe that is QUB's win con. They get rid of Cynex, and that's it. The UCD team doesn't want to play.
Yeah, I mean, your whole kind of combo is like waiting for Cynex to go in, swinging if Cynex goes in, if Cynex is out or worse, dead. You are really struggling for what your trigger is to go off. That said, right now the trigger seems to be for QUB to walk down this Zarya. Unfortunately, with no Wraith, no bubbles, tin of carrots is even more of a Walking Dead man than Reaper usually is. I said a trigger on the Joe means that the main source of damage is down, but Cynex, he'll step up for the time being with these full stacks of this Vendetta sub-passive now, just absolutely shredding through everyone, headshot after headshot, and the point flip goes their way.
Yeah, good attempt at a flip for QUB, you know, upgrade Rusu finds the trade, but just that damage from the Vendetta being available and your Reaper not being able to do the same to their tank, their front line. It's a bit of an unplayable fight, and it was all of the back as well of Cynex and knocking Aussie off of the high ground, just allowing them to walk.
Yeah, be the way they're going to walk now. Both teams are coming up to this grab here, so it's been a bit of a light show this upcoming fight. I think first though is going to have to Kitsu Rush and the grab, both around that need to get the kills now, and they will find the key target there. Zarya, basically a 2-for-1 deal. They're taking out that tank, but they still need to be careful of Cynex is rattling up damage onto Aussie. Aussie will find one in his last dying moments, and that will only really reset the charge 0, but can a touch come through here? It's going to be on Cynex to get it done, or Doritos for life. Hope for help with Bubble, but they have all the ults to work with this one.
Yeah, upgrade Lucio again behind them, that bait. This touch is going to be hard. Bait comes through. Everyone but Joel gets it. Oh, it's a good kite from QUB. They just give the flip. And now they have their own bait engaged to go back through.
They have to be careful because they're still far away from this beat. They're going to need it as well. They need it now. They need it right now. The beat does come out just in the nick of time. Actually, perfectly timed to also mitigate that Cynex downswing, I think, as well. It came right after the ult came through. So actually, okay, Lucio's shown didn't. That's it. Yeah, Jimmy does go down to Joel. Battle of the Jays. Like pretty crucial now. Cinder Carrots is kind of all alone on the point. Has the Reaper ult almost in his back pocket here, but unfortunately not able to unleash it through his for life. We'll find those last couple of Doritos, or rather Churros, onto the Reaper. And that's once again, like you think, a nice kite away, a couple of opening picks, and still, it goes the way of UCD. QUB always have the good opening. They always find a way to get things rolling in their favor, and usually just kick the damn ball away.
Just an insane fight to lose. You get rid of that Vendetta, and then for some reason we're not just committing every bit of resource we have to 10 cards on that. You know, we don't. So did we Ajax beat? Or did it come through?
I think I'm gonna say got it off.
It did come through. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it got off like right after the swing came through, so perfect time. But oh no, there's no time in the world, no time in the world rather that can save you from that fate. It's timing or nothing for Aussie, as Joel will very much secure this point. UCD.
Yeah, it's a good fight win. They speed around Joel with the high noon, just completely walk down Aussie. Without that Zarya to play with, there's no real chance of fighting back into it. But big grab advantage for Aussie. They have the Reaper ult, they can layer on top of it as well if they want to. No beat in response from Doritos for life to try and live this, but they do have that earlier rush on the side of UCD. So a very important fight here.
Yeah, Tenno Caps are the one to step onto the point for the time being as Aussie is hunting for that big juicy grab. But Ethan will do one better. That's a Kiriko rush jack on the right, correct terminology. It's so rare, but Ethan He's making diamonds out of these coals right now. That said, has to be careful. Sonex is on the back, but actually more the back foot at the moment. As for basically a dry fight, only a Kitsune Rush and Bessie still holds on to this grab. Great fight win.
Yeah, rush for rush, you cannot complain. But you're behind on B. Upgrade Lucio throughout this entire series has been behind on this speed, and it might come back to kick QUB in the ass.
Yeah.
Grab and response might be good enough to hold them in a choke on their bait engage attempt. You can you can still layer that Reaper up on top. So there are options for QUB here, but it is still a scary one.
UCD kind of just have the time to farm their ults as well. They'll step onto the point, and Jimmy, they're on the back. This Emre out. Oh, but never mind. We can't even talk about the Emre because Sonex completely stolen the show there. Double kill there. 2 crucial members down. Can the clutch come through? QUB, you've been out there receiving it at some time. Can you now dish it out of your own? It'll be the double ult invested here. Emre and the grab coming up. The beat is just too good. All 4 members now, and I mean, they're hold on to the point for 80+%, but still, ultimate carrots. Don't go for the Reaper ult. Don't go for the Reaper ult. Okay.
I see you're very aware that he might go for that Reaper ult.
It seems like a tin of carrots kind of.
That's a classic tin of carrots.
I mean,
but good for him. He holds on to, you know, good self-restraint. Speed fight for QUB coming up now. They do again have to fight into this grab though and the high noon control. Tin of carrots is going to need so much care right now. Give him the bubbles, give him the bead. He gets it. Where's the kills? There's nothing on top. 1-for-1 trade at the moment, both Lucios.
What? I mean, now the Reaper is up close and personal. It is able to shred through that tank, and at long last, a little bit of the pendulum swinging the opposite way. QUB able to clutch that one out, just a tiny bit. With a, you know, living through the grab, the beat was in time and effective, and 1-1 for this artless map.
Yeah, close series, or close games so far, I should say. Ultimates from both sides. Neither team has anything not going to be coming up on his first. So QUB, they probably need to be ready to kite what first flip and re-engage with the Kitsune Rush of their own if they have made the correct read.
Point about to unlock, and everyone is so low. Anti just can't get the care they need. With their names just, you know, subtly retracting the heals away from them. And that will now basically again another free fight when QUB, they're building momentum here.
Yeah, it's looking much better for them now. And it's what they need in this moment. Going 0-2 down in the series, this team is prone to tilting, so coming into this, getting some good, easy fight wins, it's good for the mental. And now they're even on this rush again, pretty much. Earlier from that.
Ooh, he can let Leap rip in a second, maybe, but oh, Jammy does go down. Will the investments come through? Or he just find a pretty big trade there? Grab is going to burn. This comes out. We'll catch on the Sonex, but that cat is just a more expecting the Tuesday through another top of it as well. And he's now looking for some vengeance here, taking out Tin of Carrots. Oh, I think there's unfortunate.
All these lagged out.
On there.
But yeah, there's no call for a pause.
Unfortunate there. The attempt was made, but that could be. That's pretty rough. I don't want to over doom and gloom, but 2 ults invested there for 1, especially with the grab. Like, you're gonna have to do a lot of work there to try and get back into the swing of things with this ult economy.
Yeah, that fight really has destroyed QUB. You know, they commit the rush, they commit the grab, and then everyone just lags out in the same moment. It's not good. And with these QUB players as well, it's likely that they might lag. Jamie, Tin of Cards, and Ethan all in the same household.
No.
So.
One foul swoop just all knocked down, but hopefully they'll Dunsets will hold out, and hopefully that's all their spirits there to walk back into this fight. Beat for beat most likely, but of course Silence completely just smack away any effects that Absolution's beat will throw out, and smack away Tin of Carrots as a fight even starts there. I mean, he just needs so much resources to go in, has to do so much with them, but not even able to get that snowball rolling.
UCD now, they're looking in prime position to just take this point. Behind on grab, behind on both DPS ultimates, behind on both supports. what are you meant to do for QUB? It needs to be a hero play from someone. An early pick like they found at the start of this point would be necessary.
Bubble down for Anti and trying to get any kind of aggression. There's the bubbles to both enable and defend from the Reaper. Beat is so close and jammy. He's the hero that is stepping up time being. Center carrot does go down, but is it enough block? Obviously so low. There's a high need you have to touch into as well. It's going to be a Lucio, but it's a good beat that comes out. Later beat for the side of UCD is not going to tell kind of how the fight's going to go, and unfortunately they will be sticking to the wheels of fate for the time being, as Jammy is definitely not finding something. Actually, the lifesteal's good enough to allow this team to take out someone else, but unfortunately, one is just not gonna be enough. And they'll walk away with the second or third point under the belt.
It's just, it goes from bad to worse for QUB every time. It looks like they find something, they find a kill, and it goes worse again. It's carrots. Even if even if you kill 5, what does it accomplish? Nothing.
Vendetta swap. Boom. Never mind. Never mind. I thought maybe that was the play, but no, we'll stick with the Reaper. I mean, it is the bread and butter, and again, like you're kind of just playing to blow up someone here, to blow up the front line if they use a bubble or something. There's a sign of it, but you're walking into a grab here and have a beat really added to keep you up. Kitsu is available for both the Kiriko. The carrot's so low. Great forced out there to grab. It's absolutely ginormous. I mean, it's just cinema. It's over. That fight, you know, neat little bow for the side of UCD.
No. It was a good fight one for UCD, but committing both grab and rush for it.
Ooh, the Kitsu, yeah.
It was expensive. But you can still see on the side of QB, upgrade Lucio. He's 40 behind on the beat. They are going to be ahead on some other stuff, and he's going to be more than 40 after this. Oh, you cannot be having these deaths.
That's just diabolical, and the points is only really racking up more and more. The tempo is being upped here. The pedal to the metal side of UCD, and they're looking to get still a spawn camp going. They want to force out the grab and all the ults before they can even get to the point, because this should be QUB's fight to win, but again, they're looking to try and turn it. There's the Vendetta all out. They all line up for it. They all line up in a single row. The Executioner Blade comes down, and they've all been turned into just a sandwich at this point.
Grab goes out, but where does it go? Does it just grab to try to see if we can get a touch? It will come through eventually, but where did the grab go?
Very lonely touch there, and unfortunately it made even lonelier. Emreal coming out, but it's a drop in the water compared to what UCD just made them bleed. Once again, another map pick taken away.
QUB, they've got to figure out something, and they've got to figure it out fast. Because what can you do here? It just feels like you're losing on everything. There's someone always getting pre-fighted, or even if you find the pre-fight kill, you still end up losing because UCD find a way to close. It's absolutely gross. And just not what you want to be seeing from this team.
Yeah, and now it's reverse sweep or nothing for the side of QUB, and again they keep getting these little bits where they show off their skill, they build up the momentum, and it just gets cut down before it can really properly bloom into a substantial win. As once again, it was close. There were so many points where it could have just, you know, a not so distant alternate universe where they take that win, but unfortunately, once again, UCD just have their number. They have them on lock.
Maybe this is the moment where we'll show them. Maybe QUB on the back foot is them. QUB when money's on the line, when pride is on the line, maybe this is where they finally pull through. But it feels unlikely. It's feeling like a 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be the, you know, you have to do your best in the QUB VC to try and fight away from this, you know, this doom, right? You have to fight away from the dread of the encroaching 4-0. You want to show that you can fight back against these Titans, and you have been, every now and then, you have been showing that this is a competition that you can pop a fight, but what options do you have left? You've kind of rotated through what feels like all of your options, right? Like you've tried the Reaper, you've tried the Diva, the Zarya. Where do you have left to go, to run to in these dark times?
But you always have left in the back pocket. is well, actually might be Ozzy's best character, the monkey. And with a
Yeah.
runner pick, this is a map where he likes to play it. It's maybe not the best map for it, but I can tell you he does like to play it. So it might be something you see here.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think it's gonna be like you'll do or die in more ways than one. You've kind of run out of archetypes to play through here, and I think Monkey again, like it can be good into the Zarya, but with the Vendetta, it is difficult. You're constantly getting chunked down with the Emre as well. You have to be so good with your timings and your bubble placements, but you can force out your bubbles. You can really disrupt the engagers, make it uncomfortable for the Zarya to kind of get away with just bubbling people in. Because as much as you can, you want the Zarya to be bubbling herself and not the Vendetta that's carrying the game. But it's difficult. It's very difficult into the structure and the team, and especially the captain of not at the helm, wheeling everyone around. You have to try and find a way to disrupt them from playing the game just how they want to be.
Yeah. It feels very, very, very difficult for QB, but these players, they are capable of it. They just need to hold their nerve and play the Overwatch that they've been playing for the rest of the season. And if they do that, it's always possible they make this reverse sweep, but it is a Sisyphean task, using my big words now.
Yeah, that's a classic. I mean, maybe we can even go all the metaphor, have a ball mirror. Ball mirror for fun, guys. You're in a Sappy, it's the ball map. Surely. Maybe not. But yeah.
I would be shocked if we saw a ball come out here. Maybe Anthony comes back out in the Doom, but I think that's about as goofy as we'll get.
Yeah. And I
But
mean,
with this Zarban open, what's the point?
with the Doom as well, it might put a smile on the face of the Doom player, but goofy when you're facing against it. It feels like the very optimistic way because those punches were landing. We're still, I think, waiting on the bans to come through, but I'm not sure what bans are even particularly open that can have that big of an impact left. I
Hurt Jamie
mean,
back on Surge. This is my big ask.
yeah.
Like, the Emre has not been great. Like, let's just be honest, it's not been great. There's fights where it does feel like he's getting good value, living a lot, but there's other fights, especially those ult fights, it just feels like he cannot find anything.
Yeah. Think you don't really want to ban Lucio, right? Because again, you have upgraded Lucio. Fury ban as well. I don't think it will particularly benefit you versus a Vendetta. Like Vendetta can already kind of terrorize a BAP too much for my liking, and especially when that's banned, it's difficult. Is the Zarya ban even open? I think that might have been expended in a previous map before, if memory serves me correct. I think was it map 1? Yeah, map 1 Zarya ban was already out the window, so ban as well. You don't want to ban Soj either, so
Yeah, I'm seeing that UCD getting a bit of external help. Is that what I'm understanding here?
I think I'm seeing something going on in the chat. I'm not entirely certain, but
they're interviewing Myo.
They're interviewing the enemy team's subs. Okay, so
Can you tell them with all due respect, hurry up?
with all due respect, play the video game.
You don't need to type out the whole thing. Just tell them to hurry up.
Okay.
Places to be, pints to drink.
60 seconds. Time pressure put on them now. Let's think about how they can win the map. I don't know. All these bans, I feel like all the Tracer bans.
There's no knowledge.
No, that's the enemy team saying Tracer ban,
no,
right?
It's Brig ban from QUB already.
Oh, Brig ban. Okay.
We were waiting on UCD this whole time. No wonder we were interviewing Myo.
The Brig ban was, Doritos for Life was kind of going crazy on the Brig on Gibraltar, but yeah, on Runa Sapi, I just expect it to be the Lucio, right? Tracer ban as well with Bumblebee in it. This does feel like a much more substantial blow in terms of how the teams will be reeling from it. Is there anything else that Bubble Bees particularly prefers outside of the Tracer?
He has Genji and he has Tracer. So that is about it.
Yeah, Genji is in a interesting position, but if that's your only option left,
I've seen him play Vendetta. It is
Okay.
so bad.
yeah, just doesn't have the Vendetta gene. It's okay.
Like, I'm not even gonna try to be nice. The man cannot play Vendetta.
I mean, the Genji, like, I'm gonna be seeing some Ghost Ashes or some one-shot 360 triple blade, rollout tech just to make it feel like a match is into that Vendetta, but it's still possible, right? Like, even though the matchup might not be super favorable, I think it is definitely going to be, of course, still possible under the day. Maybe if you go the Monkey as well for those engages, or you really put your eggs in the Bumblebee basket and give them a Zarya pocket as well, could be an angle, but yeah, it's a scramble here for QUB to find any kind of footing.
Yeah. In good news, I hear Upgrade Lucio laughing in the other room, so QUB, they're at least having a jolly old time.
They're at least spirits are high. They're not going down without a fight.
Normally it'd be the opposite. If people who played with these players, been on this team, especially Kappa, who I saw typing in the chat a bit earlier, they know how quickly these players go silent in a series of it. So,
Yeah.
a bit of a goofy laugh here and there. Good to hear they still maybe have a bit of life left in them to fight back into this.
Yeah, it's a long path ahead of them, and I mean, you'll be weighing in mind with the history of your past bouts being so close every time, and the fact that it's it's still kind of been transferable to how it's been in this series. It has been close at a point, but yeah, I mean, it will be the Winston look hovered for the time being, and I'm ready to see some absolute Korean primals here. Like Aussie's gonna get stolen and put into that team instead, because it's gonna take a whole mountain of effort to surmount this Zarya Vendetta deadlock that's been on the meta.
But again, if there's a man to do it, it would be Aussie. I've watched this man drop 70 kills at this map. Do it again.
Okay.
Do it again for us.
I'm ready. He's slowly walking up, trying to get a staging there. There's the first kite away from the Debtor engage. So where is the counter punch from QUB? I think they've just barely missed off. That's actually engaged. The bubble is good, but it's only really able to use for himself. And B just goes in all or nothing. They were all so low, but Aussie, the bubble just a bit too shallow, couldn't get actually involved. And I said the Lucio, they're so low with the pocket. The Suzu Nuttin's just there to absolutely shut down that play. And now there's a very low Monkey. That said, Ethan, a couple of whiff shots from Sinex might be able to open this one back up, and it will somehow. The Clutch Gene, they've stolen it. Maybe. They're also so low. Everyone's so low, but they will hang on. They will manage to drag down UCD away from this bot.
I mean, at this point, the only fitting end to this series is QUB losing the Clutch Gene and giving it UCD losing the Clutch Gene and giving it to QUB for the reverse sweep. Not even sure I want that at this point, because our pipe sounds mighty fine right now. But more maps of Overwatch can only be a good thing.
True. And I mean, the situation isn't too terrible for you. You're close to a primal, a lot head, at least on the opposing tank. Oh, but how do you get this corner? There's the engage. So next thing bubble defensively, but does it again. Joel, the Jays versus the Jays. The Bowers, as all this time, once again goes the way of Joel, and Aussie is well so low. The team best of primal can't even build. That's not an option on his mind. The point back now to that neutral.
Yeah, UCD, they should be able to get lead here off of this as well. Checkpoint, definitely not guaranteed at this point. It should be contestable well before then. QUB probably going to decide to just set up on the corner if I had to guess. See what they can find with it. Bumblebee having a bit of a tough time so far, along with Jimmy. The DPS life for QUB. It's not been easy for them so far this game.
Beat is out. Russian versus Malay. Is that Primal in the back there? He's gone very aggressively there, but he's looking for something. Later Rush beat will be absolutely monster. Get off, but Aussie goes down before it can even think of leaving upgrade Lucio's kit there for a second, and the lead now surmounted and being grown for the side of UCD.
I don't want to be too harsh on him, because once again, he might just walk in here and hit me. How are we losing out on beat that hard? It's ridiculous. It's so important for you to count that beat, and we were what? We were like 15% behind, and then he presses. We're like, let's not. Or shoot my gun. Fight to catch up.
Okay, though, massive beat advantages, even more now. Furious for Life cannot build that lead. I don't. Oh, the OC. I mean, okay. There's the bot's being stolen.
They
That's
get
great.
outside, bot does get stolen. It's actually going to go back the whole way to the.
That's actually, you know what? That entire last fight didn't happen. Because we all collectively agreed that entire last fight didn't happen because the bot's back there. You know, it must have not happened. It's all good.
I think it's cheating if I scream into a player's room to tell them to do something like
to lock in. I mean,
At this point, I'm heavily considering it because what I'm seeing is just good engagement from Aussie early and it's a good kill too.
don't build the blade. Unfortunately, yeah, you have to do all that effort to build the blade, and Vendetta just has one the whole time, unfortunately. And Aussie now will be able to clean up the rest of these kills off the back of the work. Maybe there's still this damn Zarya Vendetta combo ripping into you, and Jemmy Solo has to back away for the time being. Aussie is now kind of isolated, but even more isolated is X-Anti that goes back to the spawn room.
No trade should be given up here for the
Oh, no.
QUB, and
Oh,
it
no.
will be fine. Ooh,
Okay.
very scary
Ooh.
there.
No, no. I'm just watching everyone go critical the second they don't need to be, but it's okay. Past the middle, onto enemy territory now. A lot of good ults to work with. Well, and yeah, for both sides though.
Yeah, and the ground fight for UCD, this is the fight to win. This is their massive turn.
Yeah.
Deflect, you feel it in the works? You
I
think
see it, I
Bumblebee
see it.
got that?
Oh heck yeah! I'm gonna see it in like 2 seconds. Actually, first of all, Korean Primal. Okay, that was almost a deflect. Spiritually, that was a deflect. The Primal will get one. Actually, maybe this is still turnable. It's only a one-man disadvantage inside a QUB, but everyone's so low on the front.
You know.
He does not live that is the answer to that question, but OC ripped and actually taking the head off of Doritos for life as well. Fortunately, unleashed back that beat, trying to take out Sinex as well. Both players solo, but Sinex will give their life for that pick.
Freeze back and forth, the QB, they're closer.
And actually, Anti might go down here, but he needs to stay alive. They don't have the burst damage with Jimmy out of the fight to take down that Zarya. I said he's still on a decent pot for lead, but they have to miss the bubble here to get out of the fight. Ults, tell me up there. Oh, ults right now for okay. I mean, the
Still.
only
A close game now, at least.
yeah,
Where-
yeah.
We're what, about 10 meters away from each other. The stream for us is a bit rate's a bit chopped, but
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of ults to work with here for the side of UCD, so maybe we can get a deflect going on the Vendetta Blade if we believe hard enough. That's maybe.
it's like Vendetta Blade.
No, but they need they need something, yeah, they need absolutely something preposterous. So there's the B. I mean, it's just so.
And again, we're 20 behind.
Yeah, Sinex just once again cleaning up. And it's, I don't want to say it, but they have to be careful with the full cap here. There's still such good ults for UCD to work with.
Oh, it's looking impossible for QUB. Joel been so sharp all day. I just know he's good for this overclock. I'm terrified for
Deflect
them.
Deflect overclock. You can actually deflect this one, I promise. Okay, let rip. There's one shot. Turns is good to keep them alive. No deflect available though. But actually though, deflection and senses, the alternate opposing self will take each other out. Both Sojons getting a kill there. And Doritos for life actually super low. He's close to this primal. He needs it though. But actually the beat will be invested. Instantly chunked away by Zenka's ult.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I don't
the bot's
like
being
that.
stolen, but
I hate supporting UCD, but my god, Sinex, what a clean.
yeah, just that beat non-existent and grab around the corner, rush as well. I mean, not a good ults to work with QUB. It's going to be the Kitsudo Nut wants to end it here and now. Put the final nail in the coffin for this grand final here. It's everyone going in at once. Aussie has that prime, already chunk solo, Nut solo as well. Can he give on that kill, the cleanse? The TP is
Someone
one
give
second.
this man some follow-up.
Joe's taking out Jammy. This grab as well, just lurking in the back pocket, and that bot step by step closing in on the full cap here. Someone has to do something. B is in spawn with the blade here. Actually finally get onto point. There's a grab. I think, oh, the grab's on the point. There's a rush as well, but only be rushing the bot closer into their spawn. And that is going to be the full cap to secure the 4-0 for UCD.
My God, I knew this UCD team, they had odds coming into this. But holy... No, sorry. But holy hell.
Holy mackerel.
My God, they are insane. You know?
Yeah.
Especially a big props to this DPS line from UCD. Cynex control this entire series looking amazing. I think a 4-0, the series was closer than it shows in that scoreline. You know, scrappy fights everywhere, but UCD always is getting the better of them. They always find a way to treat. And 4-0. You can't say much against it.
I mean, that X factor, that clutch gene, was just a difference maker. Every time it came down to the line, every time the heartbeat of the fights got erratic, it was UCD that were able to ride those waves and come out pretty dominantly on top whenever it came down to those situations. I mean, shout out to everyone on QUB and to everyone played out of their minds. I feel like, especially out of UCD and QB. You know, it's important to walk away from this with, you know, still a smile, still, you know, impressive stuff across the board. And while you do wish you'd taken a map or here, obviously taking away the win, given your history and whatnot, you're still going to end up being in the finals and putting on quite the show.
Yeah, I know these lads, they did want a lot more out of it. Was their, but I think this is going to be their last semester playing together. So, you know, we got people not even graduating, just going on to placements in different places. So it's good to see that they did at least make finals, and hopefully we get a series like this again. But I think both these teams are going to be non-existent next semester. So a great showing from UCD in their final stint, and QB as well. Good job on making it. Do any of the UCD players want to just for a quick interview? And then I'll let you go as soon as you want, not Nev. I won't hold you hostage.
No, it's been a pleasure to be here. I do wonder who is like the spokesperson we usually regularly. Who's their most vocal?
Honestly, I reckon we'll
mascot?
get Chloe.
Okay. The Juno specialist kept out of the server. Too much of an alpha threat to
We're getting Nut. I mean, can't complain about that.
captain themselves.
Yeah, let me find a way to I need to add this on Discord first. There we go. I also need to pull up. We released our get your last minute votes in now for the ICS
Ooh.
semester awards.
What are the categories for?
We have Tank Role Star, DPS Role Star, Support Role Star, Rookie of the it says year, but it's Rookie of the semester.
Right.
Coach of the Year, which is a complete meme category. Personality of the Year, Clip of the Year, and Most Improved.
Okay. Are you gonna?
No, there is no PowerPoint this time. We lost our PowerPoint creator. And considering some of the stuff that was on the PowerPoint last time, I'm not sure it was a great idea. Not odd. There we go.
Are we going to reveal the Roll Star Wars and whatnot in the stream, or is that going to be a later
I
date?
think we can reveal them on stream. Yeah. Hello? Hello.
Greetings.
First of all,
Greetings.
I hate you for beating QUB. Second of all, good win.
Well played.
Thank you.
Any thoughts on the series? Like, how did you feel coming into it? Like, did you expect it to be closer?
No, to be honest. I mean, like, it's just that, like, in terms of like how we were like playing and stuff. It's like, uh, I think like when we were playing regular season, I kind of like the lower bracket, and we lost our like first game in playoffs. It was kind of like, okay, we just need to fix a few things. So we sat down for like 30 minutes and looked at a few bits, and we just fixed it, and that's all it was. And then it was just like reminders of what we needed to do throughout the game. So it was just in that kind of regard. So I think we were lucky that we did lose in the like upper bracket and dropped us to lower, you know, just kind of as a wake up call to be like, okay, time to actually like look at a few things.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Uh, in terms of like matchups you were expecting to see, pretty much acted out is how you expected it. You know,
Yeah, but I knew like the like map one, because obviously we'd have Corey on Doom, that they'd be playing some like anti Doom comp when they did their bans. So they're like, their bans Zarya's trying to force us onto Doom. So it's just like very easy to play around. Like it's Doom's still just a annoying hero to play against regardless. So that was that. And then like obviously when we got brought to Gibraltar, we didn't want to play against Monkey because it would just be more annoying to play against. So that's why we banned Monkey and forced Zarya on defense, made it a little bit easier. Our attack was a little bit rough. And then kind of like then all that was left is kind of like the matchup in Zarven Mirror to see who would win that. So it's kind of like when we got to Atlas, it's like I think QUB ran out of ideas because they lost every.
yeah, you use your Zarban, you use your Vanbab, and you just can play your comp at full strength, and QB are sort of just hoping they win it.
Yeah. Gibraltar was probably obviously like the closest map. It was like definitely by far our worst map. So like once we got that out of the way, it was like I was like very relaxed.
Yeah.
I mean, in reference to Gibraltar, my question actually was going to be about how on earth did you guys just keep clutching out? Like, what do you think was the X factor that led to so many fights where it would feel like QB would open up with the first couple of opening picks, or have the old advantage, or have something like how, as a team, did you just keep finding the willpower to somehow turn the fights with like all individually at some point, just having these clutch moments? Would you say that was like something that you coming into like were aware that you had like over QB, like the clutch facts, the individual firepower, or
I think it's more like a communication thing. Like obviously, if
Right.
you lose a player, it's just like, okay, you need to try equalize it as fast as you can. So you just crash out and try murder someone immediately. And if you don't get like a pick immediately, it's like, okay, if you're still alive, you can play slow. Like say like Li Jiang like on Control Center, like Cinex just lived for centuries because they just didn't look at him
Yeah.
properly. And then like we got people back, and then it's like we're able to flip the fight with Kitsu, and then we just win. You know, like I think it's like just abusing mistakes in some capacity, but other times it's just like even if they get a pick, I think often they were like overstepping to try kill something, and then they'd get punished for it. So they might trade out 1-for-1. So it's like that, and then like obviously, then when like say Runasapi, when you have like massive lead advantage, you can actually just sit back and relax. Like you don't have to do anything necessarily.
Yeah, really impressive stuff though across the board from all you guys.
Anyone on your team in particular you wanna give that shout out to? You wanna?
Chloe, honestly, like she was organizing everything for us in terms of like there's very little scrims that we had. It was kind of my fault because I was scrimming elsewhere. The like she like I think she like got a lot of flack at times, and like she just kept her head down and played. You know, like and even today, like it was just kind of like she was pretty much saying like why would we change the roster when we're winning, like, you know, like there's no need to change. So it's like and like honestly everyone who just came to like play and maybe didn't even play, it's like a very respectable thing, you know, because like
Yeah.
obviously everyone wants to play the game, and I'd like to be able to turn around and say like, nah, like team before individuals. It's like a very important thing, I think. Like obviously I didn't realize because the collegiate was still going on. This is my first and last semester because I'm finished at the end of the year. All I can say is just like very respectable with how it's set up in UCD, because it's very like team orientated, and it's like there's no ego at all, like actually zero ego. Everyone listens to each other.
Yeah, we were touching on that a bit before we got people in the call. I think this must be last semester for Sinex as well, no?
I think so. Yeah.
And then I think the QUB team as well is sort of falling apart with people going on placement and stuff next year. So
Yeah.
ICS going to be
It'd
looking quite a bit different.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. It's nice to have fresh blood, because obviously, like, if you have the same, when you have the same like guys 2 or 3 years, it's like maybe like it just depends who goes where, you know. But like if you have like a couple of like really strong players in one team, and that you know that they're there for like three years, it's like very disheartening. It's like very difficult to break the mold. So it's nice that like you have some people coming out and then new people coming in. Keeps things fresh.
Yeah. Is there anyone in particular who was in the maps that you want to give a shout out to before we let you head? Who you thought played especially well, maybe above what people were expecting them today?
Well, obviously like Cynics and Vendetta was quite good. But I honestly think like everyone had their moments of just like making a play when they need to, you know, like everyone kind of like popped off when it required, you know, like it's very like I was able, like I do a lot of the talking, but as like talking can only bring you so much. Like you need people who can shoot heads and like actually make a play when needed. Everyone did that at the right moments today, I think. Without it, I think we would have dropped certain maps. We could have dropped points on Lijiang, and we definitely would have dropped Gibraltar otherwise.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Well, we will let you head on. I appreciate you coming on the stream again. Good job on the win, dominant fashion as well. So,
Thank you very much. Thank you for the stream. Really appreciate it.
no problem, man.
Thank
GG's.
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 Quickly, we'll run through these ISS awards. Let's see. Tank Roll Star, we're giving out 2 of these. It is going to Aussie and a player we didn't see in this series, Sully. So 2 QB players winning that. Feels maybe a bit biased.
Is Coach Sully or a different Sully?
Different Sully.
Okay.
Sully, the Abyssal player. The streets will know him. He got like top 4 this semester. It was a decent placement for them. DPS Rule Star, we have Keo, Sinex, Keo, Sinex, Jimmy, and Tinakar.
Okay.
We're giving out 4 because we had too many DPS options. Everyone plays DPS. Feels a bit ridiculous to me that Joel didn't. I thought he played really well this entire series on this entire semester. I'm a bit shocked that he didn't win anything. I'll also post these results later so people can see them. Not that you're winning anything from it, but
the glory.
Support Role Star, Ethan, Timid Flow, and Not being the lowest voted there again feels ridiculous, but I'm glad that Ethan's getting his props as our number 1 seed. I thought he's played incredibly well the entire semester, so happy to see it. Rookie of the Year, we actually have a tie. Timid Flow and Not both tying for Rookie of the Year.
Incredible.
Obviously, that's a bit of an odd one. Timid Flow was the admin before me, so just couldn't play, but has played NSE in the past 2 years. Got top 6 in NSE. So, not too unexpected to see him there. And Not as well, tied up. Makes sense. Probably best or second best player in the event. So, Coach of the Year, and I'm glad I get to say it now. Suki's Rose Toy won Coach of the Year. Congratulations, Suki's Rose Toy.
Congratulations.
Personality of the Year, Barry Keith. Congratulations, Barry Keith. I think maybe Spandex 634 is tied up, but It is split across so many misspellings that I'm not counting it.
That's so. Fans are too
Uh,
excited.
For our clip of the year, we have a tie. Let me actually pull up the clips, and we can maybe play them on stream at production. If someone can send me fart, I'd appreciate it. I don't have the link to that clip.
Send what? Run
Yeah,
that one
just-
again?
Fart clip.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Of course.
of course.
Just had to, yeah.
So for clip number 1 that's drawing with fart clip, we have Ethan Edit. This is Ethan Edit. Yeah.
What? What is this?
I just share your screen while you're playing the clips, and we can all watch along.
I'm trying not to spoil it myself. I just watched like the first 5 seconds of it. Just. uh,
Yeah, give us a screen share of that as well. Instead of the Overwatch menu. And I'll try hunt down fart clip. Production is a bit scuffed, but we'll get through these
we'll
eventually.
get through it. Worth the wait. I can't wait to see what fart clip is.
It's my clip of the year. I thought it was a great clip.
Okay.
I know I cannot find it. No one
Okay.
has it anymore.
Is there a social might be posted on later, or just someone's social?
Oh, I have been sent fart. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you
Brilliant.
go. Okay, so yeah, Ethan Edit.
Can see why it made it up there.
Bro, just share your browser. Like, I believe in you. We will get through it.
We will get to the fart, guys. Hold on. Believe in us.
Oh, this
Believe in
one requires
yourselves.
audio for the people who haven't seen it, though. This is a beautiful moment.
A beautiful. Is it just gonna be a single fart sound at some
No,
point?
no,
Is that
no,
gonna be the point?
no. It is a beautiful moment.
Okay.
So I feel like I should give context before we play the clip. This is QUB's B team in a map 5 banger.
Right.
I think it went to map 5.
With the overclock coming out on the Surge. No, they didn't get touch in time. They lost. No! No! They just got all bunched up there. Sanix is able to take the fucking... take the kills.
Congratulations to Fart.
Congratulations. Okay. Ah.
Bro, I was right, Tom. Chat doesn't have audio. I don't know. They could be beating me. We're on a 2-minute delay. Who knows?
True.
And yeah, most improved player somehow not got the most votes. Like, holy
Most
larp.
improved.
Holy larp.
He
So
might have been
I'm
in the
I'm
first place, I think.
overruling that and I'm giving it to 7.
He might have
Actually, no,
already been
7 does have the most because he was fucking. Oh, sorry. People misspelled his name.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
W7, you have the most votes. Not in at second. And we're finally done with the stream. Big shout out to the ICS sponsors. If I remember the names of all, I think we have Red Bull, Dogpatch Labs, production. Remind me of the other two. Play Aid, GG Machines. So thank you to all of those for making this possible. We'll hopefully be back next semester. Hopefully have an official stream for the regular season. And again, big thank you to Natnif for coming out and doing. Big thank you to Tom as well, production. So yeah, good finals. We hope to see you all next semester. GG's.